It's your girl. Good morning. Happy Friday. Your girl still got this pimple. I actually did end up getting my period, so that it makes sense though. My face is just getting crazy. Like I said, still cute. Y'all look from this side. Don't look from this side. Look from this side. Today's gonna be a good day. I honestly did sleep a little later. The sleep was too delicious. Like, sometimes the sleep be too delicious and I'll be like, hold on. Because you know how your body can be like a natural clock sometimes? My body be like a natural clock sometimes. So I'm like feeling how, like, I'm like, hold on. Why does it feel like I'm sleeping for too long? And it all made sense when I looked at that clock. That's how it be. So I'll be looking at the clock like, oh, that's why. But yeah, so y'all know I be running through my thoughts and I be like, all right, so what we gonna talk about today? If y'all new here, we talk about self-development, improvement, growth, just being introspective, right? Paying attention to certain things that we didn't pay attention to before. So I was thinking, right? I was thinking about spaces that I used to be in when somebody would tell me something, and instead of actually being able to hear, I would immediately go into protection mode. And what I didn't realize at the time, but I was blessed to be able to realize, was the fact that, a lot of it was the difficulty that I was having with accepting whatever it was. Like, y'all ever experienced that when you're not in a space where you can actually receive the message that the person is saying to you? Like, being able to reflect. That's why it's so important to be able to reflect what space you're in at that time, so that you can really understand like why you were in that space, why you reacted the way you reacted at that time, and you can better pay attention to it when it pops up again. That's the reason why it's important to be introspective and pay attention to yourself, because not all the time are you going to notice immediately. The more that you build your intelligence around yourself, right, and your relationship with yourself, the more you can have a better connection with certain things. But you're not always going to know just off jump why you felt attacked, why you felt certain things that you felt. You'll just be reacting and having that emotional response. But I was just thinking about certain past experiences with different people, and some people were like telling me things that were actually helpful and beneficial, and I actually turned it into something that I was internalizing, and I turned it pretty much into an insult. Like, they were actually insulting me. And after time of being able to like be in my own space and pay attention to myself, I'm like, that's not what that was. That's what I thought it was. But they were genuinely coming from a good place, and they were really trying to help me out. And sometimes people can help you see that. But honestly, the best space to be in is you actually understanding that yourself. You understanding that yourself. Because ultimately, nobody can make you come to that understanding. You could act like somebody's, helping you get to that understanding. But if you genuinely in a space where you're still affected by whatever it is that they said personally, it may be something that you're just not ready to deal with at the time or confront, right? It may be deeply embedded. It may be associated to trauma, right? So you really have to take it layer by layer to go through what that person actually said, understand what that even meant to you and how it really affected you, and make the connection. And that takes time. Like I said, it's not an immediate process. So I think that us as people, we just have to give ourselves grace when it comes to just learning ourselves. Rome wasn't built overnight, so we can't expect to just know everything about ourselves overnight. But I do think it's important for us to be more intentional about what it is that we're doing in our lives, including getting to know ourselves, understanding other people as well, because that's what helps to build our relationships. When you're not able to understand yourself and understand other people, you're gonna have more difficulty because you're not gonna really know how to handle them. You're gonna be taking certain things personal. There's just so many different layers that goes into not understanding yourself and not understanding other people. But if you're new in this process, I would say start with just paying attention to yourself. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all later.